Yes, yes, Jackie hit that ball.
Jackie Robinson was the first African American to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball. He was not just an amazing player, but also an influential activist in the civil rights movement. Growing up in relative poverty and being raised by a single mother, Jackie grew fond of sports and excelled at football, basketball, and of course, baseball. He was also excellent at track and field along with his brother Mac Robinson, who participated in the Olympics and won the 1936 silver medal in the 200 meters. Not only did Mac break the 200-meter record of 21.1 seconds in the semifinals, but he was also 0.4 seconds away from beating Jesse Owens in the final. Sadly, Mac faced a lot of hate and racism coming back from the games, and although he is a very important person in history, his efforts and successes were somewhat overshadowed by his brother's accomplishments. However, Mac and Jackie were influential in different ways, and were eventually honored with 2 bronze statues. This memorial was dedicated in 1997 outside Pasadena City Hall to pay tribute to both Robinson brothers. In 1942, Jackie got a draft notice. That fall, he was playing semi-pro football with the Honolulu Bears and had left Pearl Harbor on December 5th, only 2 days prior to the Japanese attack. While Jackie was sailing home, Congress formally declared war. He later applied for the Officers Candidate School, where few black officers, including Robinson, had gained admittance to Fort Riley, OCS. While stationed in Camp Hood in 1944, Jackie Robinson was attached to the 761st Battalion, an all-black unit. In July of that year, a little over a decade before Rosa Parks' bus protest, Jackie refused to move to the back of a military bus, and when told to move by the driver, he would not back down. When the bus stopped, he was then arrested and charged for insubordination, conduct unbecoming of an officer, and refusing to obey the lawful orders of a superior officer. During the trial, however, cross-examination by Jackie's lawyer showed many inconsistencies in their testimonies, and he was later acquitted on all charges. In May 6, 1945, Jackie Robinson joined the Kansas City Monarchs baseball team. He soon found during his time in the Negro Leagues that playing for the Monarchs was a pretty miserable way to earn a buck. While Jackie looked for a better way to support his family, the general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Branch Rickey, decided to make a plan to integrate baseball, and Robinson was the perfect player to do so.
Oh, there were a number of things, but I worked for a great guy. I don't think anybody could have done the job had it not been for Mr. Rickey. He was constantly advising and guiding, and I had so much confidence in him, I would have jumped off the bridge if he told me to do it. That's how much I believed in him. And he was a man that was sincere and dedicated and willing to lend that helping hand that's so needed today in terms of the problems that we face in everyday life. Not enough people are willing to do as Mr. Rickey did.
2 years later, in 1947, Jackie officially joined the Brooklyn Dodgers, making him the first African American player to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball.
I have been moved by the cause that brings so many of you out day in and day out, putting your lives on the line so that America can be free.
Hey, nervous? A little. You know it kills me to lose. Don't worry, you'll do great out there. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Well, looks like you're up.
Oh, sorry, but I thought you were a real player. Why don't you head back to the Negro Leagues where you belong?
Why don't you pick out someone who can fight back?
It's okay. Look, I'm not concerned with you liking or disliking me.
I just hope you can respect me as a human being.
There's bad blood here, as Ostermuller beamed Robinson in the head earlier in the season, prompting quite a rhubarb at the time. Two teams have gone their separate ways since, with Ostermuller now all that's left standing in the Dodgers' way as they chase the pennant that eluded them last year.
You don't belong here, and you never will.
Give me something. Give me something I can hit.
You want it?
What are you afraid of?
Careful what you wish for, boy.
Yeah, I have to give bloopers.
Action. Back up.
Let me get.
Okay. All right. Straight face.
Looks like you're up. Oh shit! Oh what?
Oh, I thought you were a real player. Why don't you head back to the Negro Leagues where you belong?
Hey, why don't you pick up someone who can fight?